You wake up praying for peace. I wake up praying to ruin it. I don't set alarms, bitch, I set fires. Your good moves just ammo, and I'm a supplier. You sipping coffee, I spit in the cup. Best part of my day is fucking yours up. I'm that bad decision you regret too late. Let not get the door, you can't escape. Every smile you fake is another face I break. I'm the crack in the mirror like the dude choking on cake. Best part of my day is fucking yours up. Your routine ain't safe. Wanna show up. Your mood is my massacre. Your lunch is my feast. Your bedtime's the grave and I tuck you in deep. Your playlist skips. Your place with death. Lord OMG. Your happy thoughts ain't shit to me. I'll trick you while walking out the door. Make you bite the curb just to settle the score. You late to work. That's me in disguise. Red light stack up. Watch your patience die. I slash your tires while you pray for luck. Best part of my day is fucking yours up. Your happiness cracked to my boots, can your teeth. Your laughter drowns in a puddle beneath. You played a good day, too bad it's mine. On the shadow behind you, violence in mind. I don't need therapy, I don't need victims, I don't need peace, I need friction. Every excuse you scream gets cut. The best part of my day is fucking yours up. I turn schedules into funerals. I turn plans into holes in the ground. I don't smile unless you're in a bad mood. I don't laugh unless it's your throat my hands around. Best part of my day is fucking yours up. Fucking yours up. I treat your ribcage like a xylophone play till it's mapped out of tune. Turn your wind and lick your face, scatter teeth across the room. I don't squash beef, I'm marinated in your blood. Serve it up bare while your family chops or sound of a thud. I've been spies to the break in my fist. Your face is feedback, and I love practicing on it. I drag your body through the street without a fucking care and light you up so the whole block smells like she covered in bird hair. Your excuses leaked out, call it shooting star. I cut your throat just to watch how far. Call me a skulker, I remodel with blades. Carve my initials until your heartbeat fades. Every spring's a blade, press in your lungs, and I'll stick to the ending where silence comes. You claimed it tomorrow, I'm going to plot. Best part of my day is fucking yours up on the spot.
Have a nice day, bitch. And remember, smile, you're killing it. Let me see if you did this right this time. Oh my God, woman. If you don't know how to use YouTube, ask somebody around you to fucking help you. You know how annoying that shit is? God damn. The fuck are you doing? Go change your fucking channel name, idiot. Sorry, there's only one person I'm talking to. The rest of you, ignore me. Tired of fucking repeating myself. You know how many times I heard that kind of shit as a kid? I'm tired of repeating myself, Christopher. Yeah, I get it. We're waiting on Christopher's court date to start here. This is his court date. I don't know why it looks different on this screen. That's not what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? What's happening here? There's 20 people in here waiting for this shit. 100 watching here. We froze? Did we freeze? Is that what happened? We froze just a little bit. Did we freeze just a wee bit? We're waiting on Grifter's court date to start here now. Thomas Clay is in here. Yep, Thomas Clay has showed up. Of course, it's a fucking Zoom meeting, so the lawyer's going to show up. Go ahead and share this with your friends that have been following this shit. We're going to have... Maybe he goes to jail today. Maybe. No, we're not starting to stream out very good, are we? Fucking people just don't listen, bro. And then they wonder why I get mad. Motherfuckers wonder why I get mad. You don't listen to nothing that I say. And then when I start fucking screaming, then you're like, oh. Yeah. It's my fault, basically, though. I gotta get fucking mad first before people start listening to what the hell I have to say. Unclean hands, what up? Concerned citizen, what up? Howdy, folks. We're waiting on the shit to start. Bond revocation, please. Maybe. That might happen. Maybe, but probably not. Can I fucking... What does pin mean? Oh, damn. How come you guys can't see that, though? What the fuck, bro? What kind of shit is that? What's happening here? It's not letting me show you the video on there. Is this some kind of Zoom thing that they built in here? So we can't... Oh, there's Patty. Yeah. Well, some biscuit. I hope we can hear it. Anybody else streaming this shit? Is this just me? Why can't I see what's happening? I'm looking at the video. I know it's a white screen for you, but... What in the shit is happening here? Display capture. Let's do that one. Let's display capture. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Well, that's not gonna work. That's wanting to fucking show you all my shit. No display capture.
No video.
Oh. We have noises. Nobody's in the courtroom, though. Yeah, there must be some new software. Unless I'm just retarded, which is definitely a viable option, but there must be some new software that's preventing the video sharing from Zoom. If you see visuals on anybody else's, let me know. So then I know that I'm just a retard. I don't like this. I want you to see what I'm seeing. You know? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Excuse me. If my moderators would be so kind as to post the Zoom ID and password in the chat, so anybody that wants to log in and watch this can do so. Because there are visuals with this. I'm watching it. Can somebody do me a favor and screen record the court? Like, go into the Zoom meeting and then pin the court video and screen record that. Screen record Chris, too. If we can get some screen recordings going here so we can make fun of them later, that'd be great. Turn the camera around. Stephanie. Who's Stephanie? DirectD fan? Shit. Smoke a bowl and fix it? I don't think there's no fixing it here. I think everybody's on the same shit. I'm incognito. You want to post the Zoom shit info in here? What is this appearance about? Ooh, since Tiffany's involved in this one, I think it has to do with their arrest by Whited. Maybe Tiffany gets conspiracy charges in here. Already did? You did? I don't see it. You posted the Zoom ID number and the password in the chat? No, you didn't. There you go. Thank you, sir. That way you guys can log in and see this, screen record it, do all that stuff yourselves. How many participants we got now? 28! Chris, you're popular. Everybody hates you. Turn the camera around. Wow, that's crazy. It didn't even show me that. Wow, what the fuck? Yeah, that didn't even pop up into my chat at all. Yeah, turn the camera around. Here, let me show you what I got here. Because I know it seems like I'm being an asshole, but your screenshot looks different than mine. Mine don't have that in there. Thank you, though. Oh. All right. We're late. We're officially late. $28 people just chilling. We're late. That's the Finnan guy. Finnan. That's the Finnan guy from earlier. Chris is fuck. Wait, isn't that his mom, Jade? Is that his mom that's in there? Am I tripping? Who's Jade Passmore? Is that his mom? All right. We're on. I know you can't see anything. Judge has taken the bench. Security is closing the court. Court is moving into session. Yeah, is it? I think that's his mom. I think his fucking mom's in this on this. Yeah, that's his mom. Chris's mom is on this fucking stream. That's funny. Your mom gonna talk shit about you, bro? Because it's okay. I don't get along with my mom either. I don't even like my mom. She's not a nice person. My mama would put me in jail if she could. She'd send me to prison again. That's the kind of fucking family I got. Damn, this bitch is ancient. Holy hell. Winkenhofer? Winkenhofer is the judge's name. Yeah, his mom's in there. I know. That's crazy. So Griftifer's mother is in this court day right now. You can't, if you log in, it's Jade Passmore that's in. That's so he can't hurt anybody. Like, you're muted. There you go.
Good afternoon. We are on the record in the matters that are here on special court in Hardin County on behalf of Meade District Court. And I want to check our attorneys who are present and defendants. Others are welcome to be on the link to listen as you wish to do so. If anyone's wishing to have a recording of the proceedings, you are welcome to contact the Hardin County Attorney's Office to be able to do so. And the individuals that I know are attorneys will leave those unmuted. All others, if you would please, just as you would be in the courtroom, you'll be muted. And if it looks as though I call on you and didn't recognize the name I muted and you were supposed to be a party, then you can certainly unmute when that time may arise. All right. This is on the special cases of Tiffany Napier. One case number. So we got close to each other that muted to each other that you don't both have your audio open. Thank you. We don't both have your audio open. Thank you. We've got audio open for two people right together because that's how we're getting the echo. Two people right together because that's how we're getting the echo. People all together because
Somebody's fucking that up.
I think I've muted the individual that had the echo so that we weren't able to get good recordings. Thank you all. All right, Mr. Ryder, I see you, and on the screen it says Ms. Napier is with you. Is she there in the room with you? I'll let her be seated with you. If she
You're
doesn't say
muted,
we're a different
stupid
spot.
Chris. Unmute yourself, fat boy.
And
He's
you are
muted.
muted. I didn't mute you, but you are muted. There we go.
There we go. I found it. Your Honor, she'll be back in a few minutes. We had an incident the other day of witness intimidation.
We just have to
And
stop. We just have to stop. Okay.
Okay.
We can identify the attorneys, but we won't be able to do anything until she gets in the room because she is defending in that case. Okay. Ms. Exner is here today.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then Mr. Clay is here as well.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Thomas Clay, and I represent both Ms. Napier and Mr. Ryder, and I understand I've got to get a conflict waiver, and I'll get that done as soon as I'm back up and running.
He hasn't done that yet?
I do have, also, I believe Mr. Oliva was there, or Oliva, I'm sorry, Mr. Oliva was there.
He was here, Judge. I don't-
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay, he's here.
Yes. All right then. And we have two new arraignments for Mr. Ryder on 25M 206 and 25F 179. These are the first arraignments after the appointment of special judge. And I'm not certain if there have been special prosecutors appointed in those two cases. And so that's one of the things, since it's not Ms. Napier's case, we can go ahead and look at that. Do you know, Ms. Eschner or Mr. Oliva, if either of you have been appointed on those two new Meade County cases?
I was appointed, Your Honor, on 25F 179. I do have a letter from the 25M 206. I don't know that anyone's been appointed. I know I have not. Mr.
Oliva, do you all know anything about that one?
I do not. I have not been appointed to those misdemeanors, nor will I be appointed as the misdemeanors for the most part, with the exception of these because they led to a felony case, would go to someone else.
Okay, so we'll need to find out, since the Meade County attorney is not here, we'll need to find out, Ms. Hector, if they're going to let that go to you or if they need to appear.
I don't know how to, I mean, what would you like me to do?
I think what I have to do is I'll need to contact the, sorry.
The county attorney, I guess.
Well, I'll probably contact the clerk and find out if she's heard anything from that.
Okay, great.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you are on the Zoom link and you're being muted, that means you're not a direct party to speak out loud. And we've had a lot of background noise, so please, if I mute you, please do the courtesy of staying muted. Thank you.
45
All right,
people
then.
in this Zoom meeting.
So, Mr. Ryder, we have a new arraignment on allegations alleged to have occurred on or about January 9th of 2025. Charges of that case were harassment, no physical contact as a violation, harassing communications as a Class B misdemeanor, stalking, second degree as a Class A misdemeanor, terroristic threatening as a Class A misdemeanor, intimidating a participant in a legal process as a Class D felony. And then there was also a new misdemeanor case, 25M206, alleged to have occurred on or about February 25th of 2025, harassment with no physical contact as a violation, and menacing as a Class B misdemeanor. And Mr. Clay, you're taking on those two cases, the new arraignments as well?
Yes, ma'am. And for the record, we'll acknowledge the identity of the defendants and waive any formalities and enter a plea of not guilty on all counts.
We'll accept the pleas of not guilty on all charges. And before we leave, we'll need to look at a preliminary hearing on the new felonies and look at the status of when that should be, whether we need to hold that within the 20 days or whether or not we wish to waive times. And we'll just keep that in play for a few moments. And then I see Ms. Napier has now joined us as well, so I can acknowledge that for the record on the 23M311. And so I believe that one is one that Mr. Oliva is prosecuting. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I know that one of the reasons we had not come to a trial date on these cases that had been pending was that there was still some circuit work on a prior F case that went up to a CR case, and that was helping to make some decisions about the timing on these. Has that come to resolution, or is that case still ongoing?
As of now, that case is set to go to trial on the 23rd of March. That's the Commonwealth's plan at this point, at least. So that is where we are at as far as the felony case goes.
Judge,
Yes.
if I may, since he's being arraigned on these new charges, with regards to the felony charge, it would be my motion for the court to set a bond on him. We would be asking for 5,000 full cash, and also no contact orders
He's
with
fucked.
Dawn Amber Brown, who is the affiant on that case, and then on the other case, whoever gets that, again, it's
He don't have
the
$5,000.
victim on that 25M case is also JJ Scarborough, who is a victim on some of the other cases. And then I would also like to inform the court that in the circuit case, I got a copy. There was a motion to increase his bond in circuit,
She needs to do
which
it
I think
again.
has been passed to the 19th. Is that right, Mr. Oliva?
This is grounds.
Yes, that bond was not able to be heard last Thursday.
This is grounds
But
for
I
bond
will tell
revocation
you,
hearing.
Your Honor, that Judge added that the defendant shall no longer post on social media / internet anything related to that case, the circuit case, Meade County victims J.J. Scarborough, Sarah Scarborough, or any member of the victims' families. I would like a similar order entered on this new felony case for sure, that he no longer post, because part of her complaint involves all of these things on social media that he is saying, disparaging her. And I would tell the court I would like to be included on that order because I have videos that he is also saying things about me as the prosecutor,
You
which I
can't
think
be
are inappropriate while
no,
this case is pending.
No. Shut up, bitch. No.
So I know the circuit court
No.
entered that order on, let's see.
You were doing
2/20,
good,
I
and then you
believe,
fucked it
of
up.
2026. It was dated the 19th. And that, again, they're going to the 19th to talk about his bond. But, he continues to
I'm going to talk about her
disparage
now.
the victims in this case, now me.
Yeah.
And, he's not stopping. And so I am very concerned about the victims and myself, quite frankly.
Mr. Clay,
Well,
there's-
Oh, you guys
I'd like
are
to
fucking
respond to
this
that,
up.
Your Honor.
Oh,
I've got some very serious concerns about the goings on down there. As far as corruption being involved, I think there are real issues about who is actually the author of those communications. And we're in the process of investigating that now. It's been reported to an appropriate agency. And I would like to have the opportunity to address those allegations. I'd like to have the allegations that were just raised there put in writing so we can address them appropriately in writing and at a hearing. But Mr. Ryder has never failed to appear in court.
You
There's
have.
never been any violence of any kind by his part. He's charged with communications which originated, as I understand it, in Indiana. And so I want an opportunity to address these allegations in an appropriate manner where I can present evidence and introduce testimony that I think will have a serious impact on these allegations that I believe have been made falsely against both these defendants.
Okay.
that's sounding dangerously like a trial rather than a bond hearing.
Yeah.
So I want to be cautious about where we're crossing that line in those circumstances. At this point, we had a summons that was issued where the judge in Meade County reviewed the circumstances and rather than require a warrant, had granted the privilege of a summons. And that was recently served in January to get to today's arraignment date. And I do think that it is important that as a part of this process, that there be no contact with that individual, either of the victims, whether the misdemeanor or the felony case. And I think it's important that we curtail any social media post or other video post. That means vlogging and blogging and YouTube and all those other posts as well. And about the victim in either case or about a prosecutor in either case, that's just simply not appropriate to do. And if it is believed that that bond has been violated and there were a question to violate the bond, then we would need to have a hearing about what was the specific allegation and did we violate the bond. But I don't believe that we have to have a hearing about the charges themselves in order to have a bond condition about future conduct. So I'm not talking about past conduct. That's what a trial's for. I'm talking about making sure that we have appropriate conduct in the future while the case is pending. And so at this point with the summons, I'm willing to remain out with the unsecured bond. So it'll be the 5,000 unsecured on those conditions that we've just discussed. And the misdemeanor would be 500 unsecured on those same conditions. And then if there's an allegation that we violated, then we'll have a factual hearing about whether or not there needs to be a cash bond while the case is pending.
That sounds
And
good.
obviously, having new charges while the old cases are pending is concerning for all involved.
Right.
And so we just want to make sure that we're cautious about that. So Mr. Clay, I appreciate the fact that you say that you're concerned that perhaps these weren't even originated by your client. Maybe they exist, but originated by someone else who doesn't like your client. I think that's part of why we have the chance to go to trial. And so
Yes,
I don't want a
ma'am.
bond hearing to become a trial. We're talking about curtailing future conduct.
Your Honor, could I ask a logistics question?
Yes,
Mr. Ryder has had severe limitations placed on his ability to travel, as I understand it, and the Charge County. Can we get some guidance about where he should appear to sign this unsecured bond?
oh, I see what you're saying. Typically, we're going to sign that at a clerk's office or in a jail setting. Because of your current situation, I want to say that you have to accompany him to the clerk's office because that might be appropriate right now, Mr. Clay. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Would it be possible for him to
Yes, sir.
sign that bond in Jefferson County so I wouldn't have to travel? I'll do what is required despite my health situation, but I'm just trying to get this done in a way the
Clay
court
needs a
thinks
bar
is
complaint.
appropriate.
He's obviously
Yes.
not healthy enough to be a
I'm
lawyer.
willing to do it since we have the clerk staff here in Hardin. I'd be willing to do it in Hardin. I don't have a connection with this case, but to meet in Hardin, I don't have a connection with Louisville, so I'm not sure if the clerk's office there would understand that signing a bond and sending it back to one of the other counties, that might be a little awkward. But because I'm in Hardin, I can have our clerks to maintain that in the front window where you could come sign it here. If you want to
I
do that,
can,
good.
I
I'm
can
sorry,
come out
Your
there.
Honor. I apologize. I didn't hear the last part of the court's instruction.
So he could come to Hardin in Elizabethtown and sign the bond at our clerk's window during business hours.
That's fine.
Mr. Riker, do you have any issues traveling to Elizabethtown to do so?
No, ma'am, I could come tomorrow.
Okay. So we can get those worked up through the clerk's office. And I would say, just based on my schedule and a chance to get that done, I would say after 12. Would that work?
After 12 tomorrow, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, no problem. Thank
After
you.
12, but before 4 p.m., between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to come down here and have the doors locked and think you traveled all that way for nothing.
No problem.
Okay.
And may I make a suggestion, Your Honor, regarding hearings or dates? I know that the circuit case is set for trial, I believe on March 23rd. Is that right, Mr. Oliva?
That is correct.
What I was going to suggest, if Mr. Clay will waive the rule as regards to the felony case, maybe we could come back in person in your court like mid-April, and maybe his health will be better too, and we could have the probable cause hearing. I will tell you that I was just received in the mail today a flash drive regarding the new felony case, so I need to look at that. I have obviously the complaint, but I haven't really looked at all of that. So that would give maybe both sides time. And then obviously if probable cause was found, we can readdress bond at that time. So Mr. Clay, I don't know how you feel about that, but.
Well, first of all, I appreciate your thinking about my welfare, and obviously, given the circumstances of my health, I have no objection to that.
Okay.
So, Mr. Ryder, that means we'll be waiving times to a speedy preliminary hearing. You would have a right to a preliminary hearing within 20 days from your arraignment today, but you'd be waiving the right to that speedy preliminary hearing and rather going over to a date in mid-April to hold the felony preliminary hearing on the new charges. Your attorney is
I
comfortable
understand.
with that waiver. Are you comfortable as well?
I understand that, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, note times are waived on the felony.
Damn,
And we
you're
can
dumb.
look at perhaps a Tuesday afternoon to come to the courthouse in Elizabethtown
Yes.
in order to do so. I keep the Zoom link open, so if there are people that are wanting to watch court, I keep the Zoom link open when I have open court where people can watch. But as far as attorneys or defendants, we want to be sure to have witnesses, attorneys, and defendants present. And if Mr. Clay, if there comes an issue with health, let me know in advance so we can address that question, okay?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
Wouldn't we have that in Meade County, Your Honor? Since it's a Meade.
Typically, we would do it in Meade County.
Okay.
Unless you all, I mean, we definitely would do trial in Meade County, no
No,
question.
Tiffany's not
It
yet.
doesn't matter to me. I just want to clarify so I'm going to the right place.
If y'all are willing to do it in Hardin, since it's not the trial, if you're willing to
Sure.
do so, I can guarantee a courtroom. If we do it in Meade, I have to do a little more scheduling, soft shoe to acknowledge where their courtrooms are. They have more people trying to use one courtroom.
Yeah,
You
I
all
can come to Hardin County. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to
are
clarify.
willing to waive venue just for the preliminary hearing and not for the trial?
Right. That's fine.
He's stupid dragging this on.
Mr. Clay, are you willing to do so as well, waive venue for the preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we can do it here in E-Town?
Fine.
Okay. And I can do, if you're looking at potentially Tuesday afternoons, I can do the 14th, the 21st, or the 28th, if we could do them at 3 o'clock.
Let me check my calendar real quick.
And I can jump to the, I could jump to May 5th if we need to.
The 14th probably doesn't work for me, but the 21st or the 28th work for me. Mr. Clay, how do you feel about that?
Hold on one second here.
All right.
I apologize, Your Honor, because my calendar's on my phone. The dates, you gave us in April,
Yes.
on
21st.
Tuesday.
Yeah, 21st or 28th, T.
The 28th is wonderful. At
Yes.
3 o'clock.
Perfect.
Okay, April 28th, 3 p.m.
Your Honor, we have a conflict.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Her kid gets off the bus at 3. So 3 o'clock's kind of like impossible for the hour and 15-minute drive.
She's not included on this one.
Oh, okay. So if I'm just there,
I mean,
Well, I know your question, because if we want to pass them all to the same date, then that would.
oh,
Sorry, Your Honor, I can't be there. The kid gets off
Unfortunately,
the bus.
it's going to be an afternoon time regardless. And so she may have to find somebody to do childcare just for that one afternoon to be able to do that with plenty of notice.
okay.
If we do the other pre-trials on the same date, since we're all together, that's what I was thinking.
like a preliminary hearing / pre-trial on the,
Yeah,
Gotcha.
if we do the date,
Okay.
and it's after the March 23rd circuit date. We're going to be in person. We probably just want to put each of the cases on together. Yeah,
That's
but I agree. What Ms. Escher was saying is that the preliminary hearing only involves Mr. Ryder. But I would say anytime that we do, it's going to be in the late afternoon in order to get me on a schedule, because I hold court all day, every day. And
Okay.
Tuesday is for the other courts to jump right into this one. So if you pick another day at 9 a.m., you're going to be here with the other 150 people. So we don't want to do that. Okay. All right. So let's look at that.
Appreciate it, Your Honor. Thanks for allowing the remote appearance.
Okay. Yeah. Do as many times as we can remotely if it's just going to be scheduling. Let's waive the preliminary hearing. You want to stipulate probable cause, or you come to some other agreement ahead of time. Then you all may ask to do that remotely if you wish to.
okay,
That's up to you all. Or if you know it's time to be in person in the same room at the same time, so we can have those conversations back and forth as the circuit court is over, and we want to do that regardless of whether we waive preliminary. I just want to be sure that you all have the chance to be in the building together at the same time if you wish to.
thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
Your Honor.
I appreciate it.
All right. All right, then, so April 28th, 3 p.m. I'm doing what you're doing, is putting it in my personal calendar so I don't double book it.
This is so sad.
In Hardin. So in Elizabethtown, on the first floor, they'll have, whatever week it is, you'll see Judge Shoemate and Judge Shaw. We switch courtrooms on the first floor. So it'll be on the first floor in Elizabethtown at the Hardin County Justice Center. at 120 East Dixie. We'll keep a Zoom link open, so if there's members of the public that want to watch court but don't want to be in the courthouse, just like I do all day, every day, we'll have that Zoom link open for people to listen in.
I'll be
Or
there.
the courtroom will be open for those who want to appear, because court's open.
You just have one courthouse, right? It's not.
Just one courthouse,
Okay.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
It's not the historical courthouse in the middle of the square,
Right.
but a block away.
Yeah, I've been there before, but it's been a few years.
Yes. Yeah, we're one
Okay.
block, the Justice Center is one block closer to I-65. The
Okay.
reason I gave the street address, 120 East Dixie, is because our government center is located across town. Our
Gotcha.
historic courthouse is in the middle of the square, and we're not either of those places.
Okay, gotcha.
And there is parking at the back.
Okay,
Come down Dixie Highway. The parking is at the back of the building.
all right. Thank you very much.
Dixie, you have to, there's a very small alleyway between the courthouse and the next building, and then all the parking opens behind, but you can't see it from Dixie.
All right, thank you.
By the tree round the back by that stump.
Now, on the other cases, have you all made any progress about discovery or
Fuck no.
trial or the nature of the charges at all yet?
I don't believe he's filed for discovery. Obviously, if it depends on what happens in the circuit court case, but I have a lot of information, that I can turn over. He may have some of it. I'm not sure. But
His lawyer hasn't
I
even
don't think he's
filed
filed
for
for formal discovery.
Wow.
I know that circuit date of March 23rd was kind of driving the
Yes.
scheduling here. And so I didn't want to push you all to do any discovery that you haven't wanted to do until you've got through that circuit case.
Right.
You
Mr.
should've-
Clay, have you filed, sometimes with the distance and EQ, I want to make sure I haven't missed anything. Have you filed any discovery motions in these pending cases that are in front of me that I don't know about?
Confession time, Your Honor. I apologize. I don't know. Because of this
What?
health situation, I'm compromised. I
Yeah, you're
apologize.
fucked, bro.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
getting
not
rid of
aware
Clay.
that I have any, but if your staff thinks that
We'll
I've
discuss
missed
this at
ruling
the
on a
end.
motion
Clay,
because
yeah.
of the EQ between two counties, please.
He's not fit to be a
email
lawyer
us
no
your
more.
answers so we can pull
Yes.
those.
Yeah,
I will
I
do
haven't
that.
received anything.
This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous.
All right, then, do you all want to keep the other cases, the 25M206, 23M310, 24M23, 24M24, and 24M36 for Mr. Ryder, and the 23M311 on Ms. Napier? Did you want to keep all of those on that date of April 28 at 3 p.m.?
It would make sense to me to do that,
Bro,
Judge.
what?
Yes, also.
I'm fine to keep him on that day. I would just be curious if it's okay if I attend via Zoom. There won't be anything substantive testimony wise that needs to be done on any of my cases.
Yes, because yours will be both pre-trial, unless you want to be in the room for negotiation potential during that time, since it'll be the first face-to-face. That might be beneficial to have the attorneys all at one place at one time. And depending on what happens March 23rd, that may affect your desires about that.
And we may know something like after the trial. So I'll be in touch with Mr. Oliva and Mr. Clay if something develops, Your Honor.
Okay. And so, Mr. Oliva, I would be in person only because it was testimony, but if your cases don't involve testimony, then you would have permission to be on remote court if needed.
Thank you, ma'am.
If you want to because of the
Yeah, what a
chance to do
clusterfuck.
conferencing.
Nothing else from me, Your Honor.
Nothing else from me as well.
And Mr. Clay?
Likewise, Your Honor.
All right. So we are accepting the arraignment with Special Prosecutor Ms. Eschner on the 25F179, waiving
Still haven't gotten
times,
to
waiving
Tiffany yet.
venue, coming to the Hardin County Justice Center April 28 at 3 p.m. for a preliminary hearing with those counsel and defendants being present in person. And then acknowledging the first arraignment on 25M206 and determining which prosecutor is going to be governing that case. I will contact the Meade clerk's office and see if they have any knowledge of whether or not there was a request for special prosecutor or not, and
Right.
and process that through. We can all guess how that might happen if you just have
Gotcha.
And then the other cases we'll put in track for that same date of April 28th. All right,
And for the
any-
record, Your Honor, we agree with all the conditions you just read off for the record.
Thank you.
all right, any questions at all?
Lots.
No, Your
No,
Honor.
ma'am?
Okay, by the
No,
next,
ma'am.
unless the circuit calendar changes, they will have had a trial in that circuit court case. And so that was the process that was kind of holding us behind that, following and watching. So if that trial actually gets to go, if everything goes well and that trial gets to be held that day, then these others should start to come to fruition. We'll need discovery and trial dates and move them forward. I tell you that I handle 10,000 new cases every year, and I've been on the bench 29 years, and I don't keep cases open this long. It does not
I
happen.
know, right.
We did that because we're following that circuit work.
Excuse me.
Be ready on April 23rd to move forward, or April 28th to move forward, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Delay
Thank
Clay
you all
thought that
for
was
your time and
hilarious.
attention. And Justice Center, that 120 East Dixie, we are undergoing some HVAC repairs. So when you come in the building, the usual bank of windows you might see are closed because there's HVAC repairs. And the windows are behind a rounded wall that used to be our driver's licensing section. So it's just not as obvious. If you have to ask one of the bailiffs where to find it, they'll be easily directed.
Now, am I just signing things there or do I need to bring money?
No, you're just going to sign.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. No problem.
All right, we will see you all then.
No money.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, we'll disconnect.
What about Tiffany's case? What the fuck? The host has ended the meeting. So no money. He's on an unsecured bond. This is so sad. In his case, a speedy trial is in his best interest because nobody has their shit together right now. And this is part of understanding the court systems that you operate in and understanding the nuances of how court works. Yeah, sure, there's paperwork and blah, 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 but there's also understanding the prosecutor's relationship with the judge, the whole dynamics of the court itself, and being able to use that to your advantage, just like Clay's doing by delaying. He knows that these people are just going to be like, oh, whatever, because you're old and decrepit and shit. You know what I mean? He knows what he's doing because he knows the court and he's playing the fucking game. That's what some of you that do this kind of thing, you need to understand this. And if I was in his shoes and I'm watching all of this happen around me, I know nobody's got their fucking shit together. Let's go to trial right fucking now because you're not going to be able to present a case that's going to be, you know, that's going to convince a jury or even that judge. I don't think nobody's got their shit together. That's why I'm telling him he's fucking stupid. You want to just keep delaying this shit. There's the hope that when you delay it, that people will forget things, that you know, those prosecutors will become distracted by other cases. The judge, everybody's going to forget. I think that might be what Clay's thinking is if you delay long enough, then yes, things like for my cases in Mesa, those are 3 years old. The people, the prosecutors, like nobody's the same in those cases anymore. The cops, some of those cops probably don't even work for Mesa anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you delay long enough, sure, you can definitely change the dynamics of the situation in your favor, potentially, but not in this situation. This is one of those situations where I'm watching everybody not know what the fuck is going on, and I'm telling my lawyer, bro, let's go to trial right now. Let's go to trial right now because I think we can present a better case than they can. Look at, they don't even got their fucking dates right. There's more to court than just... Yeah. Yeah. So, for those of you that want to assist in this, Clay is like verbatim violating the ethical rules in Kentucky for representing his clients. And if some of you would like to get on the bandwagon with putting in bar complaints against old Clay, he consistently refers to his health problems as the reason why he's delayed these cases for over 2 years now. ineffective assistance of counsel. I mean, that's an appealable issue. That's not what I'm talking about specifically for the bar complaint. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be putting in my own bar complaint. I'm going to have some other people in Kentucky put in bar complaints. And we're going to bring like this is because of Clay. And this whole corruption element that he's investigating is another angle to delay even longer. So, yeah. Reach out if you want to assist with this. This is one of the things that irritates the shit out of me about lawyers is it's the same thing as cops and everybody else is they have ethical obligations, rules, policies, whatever you want to call it, that they're supposed to abide by, and they don't. They don't. A lot of them don't. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. That's why I bumped heads with a lot of my lawyers in the past is because I know what their ethical obligations are and I hold my lawyers to account when it's necessary. This is one of those situations where it's necessary. You're completely fucking up the judicial system in this little podunk town for your health issues. Nah, bro. You have ethical obligations to withdraw and take care of yourself and not be messing people's cases up because you can't diligently fucking pursue their case. So, yeah. Reach out. You want to help? I'm going to be putting in bar complaints against old Clay. We're going to be pulling his card on some shit, too. Clay wants to talk about investigations and whatnot, but Clay's under investigation. He don't watch this shit, so unless Chris tells him, he ain't gonna know. But Clay's under investigation too. Just FYI. His lawyer's bill, yeah. So. Don't go making live streams or videos saying that he's got to pay a bond. He's under more bond. No. He's basically the same thing as was before. Essentially, nothing happened today. Essentially, nothing fucking happened today. So no jail. To conclude, like the title of this live stream, no jail. I bet he streams tonight. We'll see. We'll see. I have some editing to do for sure. Did you notice that the judge did acknowledge how long this case has been going on? I mean, she was being nice about it, but... And then Clay gave himself a little chuckle. He thought that shit was funny because he knows that they refer to him as Delay Clay in the court systems. Like his own colleagues refer to him like that. Just keep that shit in mind. So when she makes a comment about, that's why he laughed. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to that. That's like more of understanding the nuances of how shit works in the court. She's making the point that this shit's going on for too fucking long, and she doesn't usually do that. She's being nice and subtle about it, but she's making a point, and Clay understands the point that she's making and has a good laugh because he knows that they all refer to him as fucking Delay Clay. You get it? That's what I'm talking about. I haven't even been in this court, and I'm already understanding the fucking nuances of it. This is just sad. The younger guy, that was the prosecutor. That's the prosecutor that I called. You guys remember that when I called the prosecutor? And is on felony bond, failed to revoke his bond to handling his case. And this is the same and he failed to take action on his new charges for failing to do their job. Think about this. It's I'm not cool. Office phone number to the prosecutor's office.
Commonwealth Attorney's Office.
Hello, I'm looking to speak to Alex Oliva. James? That's
Alex Oliva. Hold on.
Oliva. That's the prosecutor.
Hello.
Hey, James, how's it going?
Good.
My name is Christopher Ruff. I own Street News Network and DirectD LLC. I'm calling to ask some questions about Christopher Ryder and why your office has failed to take action on his new charges that he got 6 months ago.
If you would like to speak about that, I'm going to have to direct you to our press liaison.
Well, you're responsible for his case, and I'm looking at the Kentucky District Rules of Court. Honor on their own recognizance by the district court shall be subject to the following standard conditions. Number 1 is no new arrests or violations of the law. Violation of the law. Bond revocation hearing should have need to call the press liaison. I need to talk to you. So for those of you that are new, this is why he had a bond increase hearing right here, is because of this phone call. Okay. When you apply a little bit of pressure to the people that are responsible for doing their fucking jobs that we pay them to, they actually do them. This case has been dragging out for years. He's caught multiple charges, and all it took was one phone call reminding the main felony prosecutor that you have an obligation to revoke his bond when he catches new charges, and he just caught new charges, so what's up? And, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Well,
the people want to know,
I'm not going to speak about an active open investigation at this time.
Why not? You told somebody else this morning that he's just going to worm out of the charges on YouTube. Why won't you talk to me about it? That guy that called you this morning, he called on my behalf. So why don't you tell me what you told him?
I'm not speaking about an open, active investigation at this time.
Are
Are you
you
worried
did.
about being on YouTube? Because Christopher Ryder is not the problem that you need to worry about. You're live right now on my channel with 322,000 people. Christopher Ryder is nothing. You now have my attention, James. You and Pat.
322. I'm at 318 now.
Are going to be all over the internet, and I'm going to continue to push this issue because you have neglected your duties as a prosecutor. You were supposed to notify pretrial services, and you did not do that. That is an ethics violation on top of state violations, and I'm going to report you to the Attorney General. I suggest you do your job, dude.
Yeah, well, we did talk to the attorney. Well, not the Attorney General directly, but their direct liaison.
This is not up for debate. I'm a Kentucky business owner, and I want something done. I'm tired of my customers constantly reaching out to me complaining about this individual. 6 months, I've got nothing but complaints about this guy. And you have failed to do something. This is on you. You're responsible for all of this. Do you know how many people are pissed right now? Look up Direct D on YouTube. You're live on the internet, bud. Christopher Ryder's little...
I know most of you hear me say that you're live on the internet kind of thing, and you're like, yeah, so what? But when it's you that I'm talking to, it means something. It's not some weird thing. It's a mental game that I'm playing. Okay, it's similar to telling a cop you're going to sue him. Okay, you could tell like a normal person, I'll sue you, but they don't give a fuck. You tell like a prosecutor you're live on the internet, that's when they start caring about shit. Does that make sense?
Channel is nothing. Go look at my channel.
Okay.
You
I'm not going to comment any
do your
further
job.
about any open criminal case.
Okay, you need to look, man. You need to mitigate what you didn't do because we both know that you're in trouble. You violated ethics standards, you violated court rules, and you violated state policy. You are aware of it. I'm aware of it. I am going to report you. The only way that you make this better is by mitigating it by doing your job. That's what I would suggest that you do, James. I hope you have a wonderful day, sir.
All right. Bye.
Chris said he wanted that phone call or something, so there you go. There you go, Squirt. Oh, wow. Yeah, Ryan, I'm going to have to cover that. Yeah, when there's a record of what they said, yeah. Mm-hmm. Kicking it down the road again. Yep. Clay definitely needs some bar complaints. I'm sure there are some of you watching that are completely capable of doing that kind of thing on your own. If you need some help citing specific Kentucky ethical rules for the court that you need, because if you're going to write up a bar complaint, you have to write your complaint up as it's like a narrative, and then you strengthen your narrative with citations, similar to legal writings, but you strengthen it with citations from the ethical rules. And then you want to give examples of the violations too. I'll help you with that if you want. I've written up many fucking bar complaints. So yeah, that's a thing that I think needs to happen. Old Clay needs to get a little dose of reality. Clay's been on these cases the whole time. Granted, these new ones, I'm not including those in what I'm talking about, but he should have enough of, an understanding of what's going on to competently defend his clients now. And that's not what's happening, so. I would definitely need help doing that, yeah. Yeah, I will, anybody that wants to do that, I'll write up a base bar complaint, and then you guys can write your own. Don't copy and paste, but write your own based off of what I wrote. Always dismisses the claims. I've had 2 bar complaints go somewhere, and both times, essentially what happened is the bar says, well, what you put in a complaint about isn't what we're going to find him guilty for. We discovered this other thing related to what you put in a complaint about, but wasn't relevant to your complaint, and we're going to find him guilty on this and disregard what you complained about. It's a little sneaky way of manipulating the system right there for him. But I guess technically I've gotten 2 lawyers on not following the rules. Yeah. Usually it's public defenders public defenders. And I used to be like mad at them, but I understand now that they are at least in Maricopa County, they're extremely overburdened with their cases. And it's partially their fault, but it's really not. The county prosecutor's office and the public defender, they stack caseloads on these people, pay them pennies on the dollar of what they should be making, and then expect them to just create a plea bargain assembly line, essentially. And I'm quoting Jim Freedom there with that. But yeah. The trick with public defenders, I know some of you have court cases going on. You have public defenders. The way to get your public defender to do what you want is to hold them to their ethical rules, okay? This is how you get your lawyer to do what you want. In a criminal defense scenario where you don't know them and it's your public defender, because you're putting a lot of trust in a public defender to take your case, especially somebody that you don't know. And the only way for you to control the situation is through the ethic rules. The only fucking thing that those lawyers care about is their bar card. That's it. They don't care about you. They don't care about winning, lose. They don't care about none of that shit. When it comes down to the last drop in the barrel is their bar card. That's what they give a fuck about. Keep that in mind if you're having problems with your public defender. Because I can almost guarantee you they're not fucking following the rules to a T. None of them do. Do you follow the rules to a T? Do you go the speed limit and use your turn signal and come to complete stops? No, you don't. I don't fucking either. Only when there's a cop around, I do. I'm just kidding. You know what I'm saying, though. So, understand their ethical rules and then light a little fire under their feetsies because they don't care about anything but that bar card. Ethical violations affect their bar card. You get it? That's why you got it. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna. Yeah. Damn. I might have to cover this Rossman video. Oh, Chris is getting called out. I'm sure a bunch of you have seen that already. I have to call it. I'm gonna have to. Homie completely devolved. It's crazy. What video? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to watch this. Enlighten me? Oh no. Oh, my old friend's getting called out by a pretty big creator here on YouTube. Somebody that a lot of fucking people follow. He might not have the kind of numbers that you're used to with like 10 million subscribers on some channels, but Rossman, you guys know Luis Rossman? The whole reason you see them clippy things all over the place. This motherfucker done been calling the old homie out. Yeah, you see Clippy everywhere. It's because of that guy. Everybody knows him. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cover that shit. That's funny. Oh shit. All right. Yeah. Select all messages. I just saw that right now, concerned citizen. Yeah, I had all messages selected. I don't know. Yeah, I'm debating ending this and then starting another stream covering that. What do you think? What do you think? Should we do another stream? This one's pretty good. It's drama, but it's not associated with me at all. Yep, DMA, yeah. Yeah, he's getting called out by a lot of people actually. Go ahead. There's a playlist Concerned Citizen made for you guys. I think that's the music, right? Oh. All right. Yeah, I'll do another stream then. Dismay. Thumbnail. Your thumbnails are looking better than mine. Well, they're AI, but still. Oh yeah, I got a fucking. Yeah, I forgot about that. I gotta pay people today. I should have done, what is today? Tuesday? I should have paid people yesterday. Whoops. Whoops. Nobody complained though. Oh, you're getting your kids off the bus? Yeah, my bad. Ryan's been here the whole time. He's just been texting me, not chatting. So I'm going to do another live stream here shortly after I end this one. And we're going to cover the new video that Rossman put out. It is behind everybody changing their profile picture to Clippies. So if you've noticed that, if you've been on the internet, you've been seeing people with the little Clippy thing as their profile pictures on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube. It's because of this guy. I felt good. Was there any new orders? No. Same shit, not to have contact with all of you, not to talk about you guys on the internet kind of shit. Yeah, she did include the Patty lady, I believe. I'm pretty sure she included her in no contact, don't talk about her on the internet kind of shit, which is fucking stupid. I hate it when they do that kind of shit. She is the prosecutor on the case. Like if Chris has a right to talk about anybody, it's the judge and the prosecutor. And as much as I don't like that motherfucker, you'll never hear me say anything different because that's how I've always thought. The judge and the prosecutor and the cops that arrested him are not immune from being on the internet. They're all public officials. And they're not victims either. That's the important part of this. They're not fucking victims in the case. You can create reasonable restrictions about not contacting victims even if they are public officials. But it doesn't make any sense to include the judge, the prosecutor, the arresting officers, the bailiffs in the courtroom. Like, what the fuck are you even doing? That's not how that works. These people just fundamentally do not understand how the First Amendment works. The retards that are getting charged and then the fucking people that are charging them with shit. They don't understand either. It's crazy. Oh my God, it's mind numbing, dude. Yeah, you understand the dynamics of that, and how irritating that shit is? Like clearly Chris doesn't understand. And then you have a prosecutor that's charging him with crimes for not understanding his First Amendment in court, not understanding the First Amendment and asking to be included and not being talked about just because you're fucking part of the case as a prosecutor. Like, holy shit, the whole fucking room is retarded. You see, you get it? That's why I'm so disillusioned with this shit. It's at every fucking turn you got this. Yeah, I don't like Chris, but that doesn't mean that you can just include yourself in not being talked about. Like, what the fuck? We could just do whatever we want. No, there's no gag order. I mean, that's a specific term, but that's not. He has release conditions, I guess you could say that. There's not a gag order, though. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. And don't forget, there is a news channel that I own that you can catch the homie Langston over there talking about political stuff if you're into that kind of thing. Street News Network, LLC. Street News Network, LLC. If one of my mods could post a link to that channel, that would be great. Go to the news channel. It's pinned in the comments right now. Go check out old Langston. He's trying to pick the channel back up. I've kind of just let that channel chill for years. So go watch a different perspective on some things. It's totally different than what you see over here. Yeah, I know. I was talking about Cartel War. I know. I was over there watching it before I started mine. Completely different opinions. There's no, I don't micromanage anything that he does over there. He creates his own titles, live streams, subjects, thumbnails, everything. He's doing all that on his own. Completely independent from what I'm doing. So if you want to watch something totally different, but in the same network, I own the company, so go check it out. Yeah, he's a younger cat doing it. Younger guy giving you his perspective on the world. I like it. Excuse me. You young whippersnapper. You find out you actually talk like that too. You'll say some shit like that. Why is my internet all sketchy? Is it just my phone, or am I lagging with you guys a little bit too? A lot of buffering, I know. I gotta go make sure I got my little satellite turned off in the car. I've been lagging the entire time. There we go. Lagged again. Yeah, you can get a hold of Langston and suggest topics for him to topics for him to stream. But yeah, I'm going to end this and go use the bathroom and probably eat something again. I have too many chicken eggs, by the way. If there's any locals that want some fucking chicken eggs or some goats, I got a couple goats I need to get rid of too. You guys want some goats or some chicken eggs? And you're local in Apache County, Arizona, I got you. I got a lot of fucking chicken eggs. I can't eat all of them. Like I'm starting to feed them to the dog and the cats, you know? Which is helping me cut down on dog food and cat food, but still. Tell you what, nothing more rewarding than going out and getting your own chicken eggs. Like literally you go out and then you get it and then you bring it in and you crack it open and you put it on the pan. You wash yours? I mean, if it's got like fucking shit on it or something, yeah, I'm gonna wash it. But if there's no visual anything on it, you know, it gets a little rub on the shirt and then it gets cracked. It's going into like a pan that's gonna kill anything that might be not be good. And then after you crack it, you know, I'm very anal about food prep shit. So I wash my hands as immediately after cracking an egg. The first couple flips when there's raw egg residue on your spatula, I usually wipe that shit off and clean my spatula as I'm cooking. I like getting sick. I'm kind of weird like that. Start over. I'm writing this down. How do you cook an egg? I mean, we knew you were a little mentally challenged, but thank you for giving us a perfect example. Raw eggs must be stupid? No. It just depends on you. I can't do raw eggs. Boiled, poached eggs, hard-boiled eggs. That is a pretty good thumbnail. Makes me look haggard as shit, dude. Like all scraggly beard and giant, like, reverse cul-de-sac balding thing going on the thumbnail. I'll probably look like that in the future, all haggard. I just noticed this live says YouTube featured. What? What? Does that mean my channel is getting back in favor? Sorry. There's a release of pressure. Pressure valve is working. Yeah, we'll go. I'm gonna go live and cover this Rossman video. I think it'll be fun. I'll be back here shortly. Give me like 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Use the like button before you leave. How long did we do? Hour and 31 minutes. That's not bad. Ooh, that chat looks better over there. I wonder if I can... Sources. Nope, still no chat highlight thing. Poll, super chat, spinny wheel, Streamlabs, donor ban. Nope, no chat highlight option. That sucks. I'll be live again here shortly.